Thank you for tuning in to the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast with Felicia Fracassi. Her mission is to empower you with short, on-the-go business tips and advice to help you successfully start and run your company like a boss. And now, here's your host, Beauty Boss Millionaire, Felicia Fracassi.
Welcome back to Beauty Boss Millionaire. I'm your host, Felicia Fracassi, and we're in episode 21. The objective of this episode is intended to help entrepreneurs change their mindset from within and create new habits. The first thing I want to go over is the winner. I know everyone has been waiting patiently, and thank you for everyone who applied and submitted their application. But the winner of the $200 Cash App giveaway goes to Shayna's Design Things. Her business phone number is 585-690-9643, and she has a design business where she'll help you decorate for a party, or if there's an event, she will help you out. If you have a birthday coming up or an event or Mother's Day, I would definitely recommend them because they are doing a lot to kind of do these new little table boxes as well. So if you are looking for a gift, definitely check her out, Shayna's Design Things. You can also reach her by decorbystjohn@gmail.com, decorbystjohn@gmail.com. And you can get a free consultation. Now, if you did not win, it's okay. We do have more giveaways coming up. But Shayna, check your Cash App. We really want to help entrepreneurs get their business started. So thank you again for applying. Also, if these are really helpful, please review, rate, and share, or just send the link to someone who may need this free business help. So far, we've talked on things to do on a daily basis to, help yourself out externally and things to do within the business. But let's talk about what's going on internally and also what's going on in the mind. The first thing that I recommend for any entrepreneur is simply to change the self-talk. You'd be surprised how much your mind fights you throughout the day, especially as you're getting this thing started. So monitor that self-talk and identify when it's happening, and also eliminating this negative self-talk. For example, you may say, okay, well, I don't really know if I can do this. I don't really have the time. Or there's so much self-talk that I remember having and self-doubt in the beginning. And it just can really affect the way you run your business. It can really affect the process. So it's important to change that self-talk. Surround yourself around like-minded people. Keeping that positive energy is so important. And even just having people around you that understand what you're doing. If you are in a business that's beauty, have yourself some beauty friends. If you're saying, well, I don't really have anyone in my city that I can do beauty with, there's always other groups like Clubhouse. There's Facebook groups. I'm in probably about 20 to 30 Facebook groups. I actually just got on Clubhouse around Christmas time, and it is so fun. Even on the Podbeam app, me and my producer, Jazzy, we were actually speaking. We just wanted to test it out and see how the live broadcast would go. And we were so surprised because within probably about less than 4 minutes, we were speaking to people from all over. We were speaking to someone from India. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning there when it was midnight here. And then we were talking to someone from Miami who just chimed in. And by the time that we all got done speaking, we all found out what we did for a living. We all talked about why we came to the room. And thirdly, we were all kind of like-minded. And it's a really good way to network. And again, I'm going to go over this whole Clubhouse thing. If you haven't downloaded Clubhouse or you have to get an invite, you're going to have to find these invites because they only give you a certain amount. But it's really good to join Clubhouse because in each room, you can search all the subjects, all the rooms. You can actually join these entrepreneurs, all these people that are, even if they're not entrepreneurs, they could just be simply business owners or people that are doing the same thing as you. You want to surround yourself around these people. Another thing that I think is really helpful is having an Instagram account. And you can actually look at people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. Because the whole point is to obtain knowledge and research. And these information come from people that can really help you get a better view and vision of your business. And if it's something that you've never done before or a business that hasn't been started before, then it might be a little harder, but trust me, you can kind of use other businesses to kind of gain insight on how you want to do things, because I do this on a daily basis. For example, one of the biggest issues I've always had when I go into a beauty salon, anywhere I go, there's always like no sense of order. No one knows who's next. It's like an honorary system. But when I would go to the nicer salons and I would travel, I would just treat myself to these nicer places. there was different things that they did to make everything run smooth. And something small as like a sign-in sheet is something that we have at all of our stores. So there's no arguments or disagreements about who's first, because I've been in these nail salons and I've been in these hair salons where there's no sense of order. No one knows who's next. And then someone leaves and comes back and there's obviously they didn't write the name down. So there's an argument about who was first. But there's things that you can do in your business that will help you keep the business organized. And that's why it's important that you just surround yourself around people that are doing what you're doing. That could be visually, that could be on social media. And the important thing to remind yourself of is that your mindset really has to change internally. Because in this road of entrepreneurship, you have to have a really strong mind. And when I mean a strong mind, it's almost like you're I'm laughing as I think about this. It's almost like you're being a strong-willed person. When I was a kid, my mother always said I was a very strong-willed child. And if you know what a strong-willed child is, or a strong-willed person, they're determined to do whatever they want to do. Nothing's going to stop them. And that's the mindset that you need to have. Now, if you aren't born with a strong mind naturally, that's okay. But you need to actually be very strong and very set on what you're doing. And don't let anyone take you off that path. And it helps you. When I was in New York City, every Saturday, we went to this mastermind group. And if you know anything about a mastermind group, it's a group of like-minded people and they mastermind with each other. And if you have someone that you can mastermind with to hold you accountable, I think it would be a great, great idea, because everyone in that group has the same mentality and same mindset. We would all go around the room. There were sometimes 6 of us in a room, 7 of us downtown at WeWork in New York City. And what we would do is we would all go around and talk about the things that we're struggling with, the things that we need help with, and we would open the floor up and give suggestions from other leaders in the room. And we would meet literally once a week. Now, obviously, if that's too much for you, you can meet every 2 weeks or once a month. But every time you come back to that meeting, you need to be getting further than where you were previously by the suggestions from the group. And there was a girl who was struggling with her website. And we were like, okay, well, what's the problems? We would all ask her problems. She would say, well, this is not working and that. I need help with this. And we would say, all right, well, have you thought about doing this? Or a button that you can add to it that makes it easier for payments and things like that. And each person in the room came with a problem, but everyone left with a solution. Stay tuned, because up next we're talking on how to jump out of your comfort zone. This is something a lot of people struggle with, and how entrepreneurs can create new good habits for your business. You're enjoying The Beauty Boss Millionaire with Felicia Fracassi. See you tomorrow.
That's it for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. And don't forget to follow the Beauty Boss Millionaire, Felicia Fracassi, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Beauty Boss Millionaire.